we have the thinkers. And the thinkers are the first one, motivated by ideals, so knowledge or principles. That's what's behind the decisions that they make. Here's a description of the thinker. Theodore Thinker is mature and responsible. He's spent many years in school and is well informed about the world around him and current events. He respects authority, but is open to new ideas and new ways of doing things. Theodore Thinker has a comfortable income, prefers durable and practical purchases to the trendy or frivolous. So again, the thinkers, achievers, experiencers, and innovators all have high resources and are more likely to innovate, and this is reflected in this particular character. Bob Believer is also motivated by ideals, but he doesn't have quite the income or resources at his disposal, so he's also not as likely to try new things. And here's a description of Bob Believer. Bob Believer is patriotic, has strongly held religious beliefs, and is devoted to his family and community. He sees the world as black and white and prefers discipline and routine in his life. When Bob Believer goes shopping, he buys familiar products and prefers to buy American. Next, we have our achievers, the first one motivated by achievement. So is this going to look successful to my peers? Also high resources and high innovation. Angie Achiever has goals she wants to achieve. She is deeply committed to her career and family and lives a stable, predictable, conventional life. She doesn't like taking risks. Angie Achiever wants to be seen as successful by others, so she wears the right clothes, drives the right cars, and lives in the right neighborhoods. Next, also motivated by achievement, is Stephanie Stryver, but again, this time without the resources and without the innovation, or lower. Stephanie Stryver loves to shop with friends and spend money and have fun. She prides herself on being stylish and reads all the fashion magazines trying to dress like the trendsetters, Paris Hilton, Beyonce. The only problem is Stephanie Stryver can't afford those styles, but she does the best she can with what she has. Stephanie Stryver wishes she had more money, but she doesn't have the greatest job, and college and other training is just a lot of work. So money equals success to the Stryvers, but they're not necessarily motivated to go out and make the life changes that they need to change to get the income to become achievers. Here's our first experiencer, or our first person motivated by self-expression, so just wanting to be new and different and offbeat and do things the way they do them to show their true colors that way. And this is Enrique Experiencer, so he'll be high resources and high innovation. Enrique Experiencer is young, athletic, and enthusiastic about life. He gets excited about new gadgets and spends his money impulsively. Enrique Experiencer is all about the new, the offbeat, and the risky, and he wants to look good and have the cool toys. He likes sports, outdoor recreation, and social activities. Also under self-expression is Monica Maker. This time lower resources, lower innovation. Monica Maker is a do-it-yourself type gal. She grows many of her own vegetables, would rather fix her own car or rewire her own house before she called a mechanic or electrician. Monica Maker is practical and loves her family and community, but isn't particularly interested in world issues. What can she do about wars and genocides anyway? Monica comes from a long line of union members and doesn't trust big organizations or any government interference in her life. So that's the makers. Last one we have are the survivors. And again, the survivors are also outside of this framework of ideals, achievement, and self-expression. Mostly because they're really not motivated by any of the three. They're just they have such low resources. They're just trying to get by from day to day. So Selma Survivor does the best she can to make it from one day to the next. She doesn't have much money to spare and often has to choose which bills to pay and which to neglect. Selma Survivor doesn't have any frivolous money to spend and shops only at discount stores. Computers and other gadgets are beyond Selma Survivor's comprehension. She doesn't feel like she can ever keep up with all that stuff. Staying safe in her neighborhood and paying her bills are all that really concerns Selma Survivor. So that's the last one. So VALS, again, is just a framework for looking at what motivates people to act the way they act and buy the things they buy. And again, as a speaker, you might be able to break your audience up into segments like these or these segments and use that to try to figure out what's going to motivate my audience to believe what I want them to believe or make the changes I want them to change. The next concept I'm going to talk about is PRIZM. And PRIZM is the idea you are where you live.